Welcome to the Purple Party known as Purple Nerd Channel, home for all those who geek out on all things Prince related. Tamara and the Scene's self-titled debut album was released on September 25th, 1985, making it to number 20 on the R&B charts. 3 singles were released from this project: Everybody Dance, which peaked at number 3 on the R&B charts, Affection, which topped off at number 19 on the R&B charts, and Thinking About You only getting to number 85 on the R&B charts. Further promotion for this album was added with a music video for Affection and a performance on American Bandstand. The group is comprised of Jamie Ches on drums, Gina Felicetta on keyboards, Keith Woodson on bass, Oliver Lieber on guitar, who would go on to work with Prince alumni St. Paul and Brown Mark, and produce hit songs for Paula Abdul, Jasmine Guy, Sheena Easton, Shaka Khan, and many more. Finally, on lead vocals is Tamara. Born Margaret Cox, Margaret was in several Minneapolis-based bands before putting together the Scene, including Rags, the Doug Maynard Band, TC James, Dr. Mambo's Combo, and even sung on the Lips Inc.'s album 4. Jesse Johnson, a member of Prince's creation The Time, had met Margaret after one of the Scene's shows, which was the name her band was performing under at the time. The two of them traded contact info, and when Jesse left The Time to start his own solo career, he reached back out to her. Jesse was actually the one that came up with her new name, Tamara, and renamed the band Tamara and the Scene. With their new name, Jesse would secure a deal for them with A&M Records, the same label that Jesse had just signed with. Now then, I could not find any solid information as for Jesse's creative influence for the name Tamara. Jesse would go on to produce their debut album and co-write all the songs, with the majority of the songs featuring the newly christened Tamara as the other co-writer. So let's explore Tamara and the Scene's debut album. We open up with Everybody Dance. So we open up with some jungle sounds, some wild animal noises, and some random drums for some reason, before we get into one of the most infectious dance grooves of all time, as Tamara cheers the listeners to dance their sorrows away. Next is Affection. This song has Tamara inviting a man over to spend some alone time with her. She performs this song in a slightly lower register than the previous song, but all in all, so far, this is the most reserved performances that I've heard from Tamara vocally, as she is a powerhouse vocalist. The groove is pretty cool for this mid-tempo song, which does feature some really nice guitar solos. Next is Summertime Love. We pick things up just a bit with another funky dance groove, which produces a really happy melody about shopping all day only to hang out later on that evening and dance the night away. Towards the end of the song, we get a really nice breakdown with the percussion and synth pads making a really nice collaboration. Next is Lonely Hearts. Now this song right here, this instrumental was written by Jesse Johnson and Tim Bradley, and it sounds like Prince wrote, produced, arranged, and performed this composition. The best way I can describe it is beautifully dark. Next is Thinking About You. Well, comparing the last song to this song, musically we make a 180 as we go heavy into the funk on this high-octane dance track, as Tamara sings about a man that she's lusting after. And honestly, this song sounds like it belongs as a part of the Times catalog, as the whole time I'm listening to the song, I'm just waiting for Morris Day to jump on the record and ask Jerome for a mirror. Next is Got to Have You. Lyrically, we stay in the same thematic storytelling of the previous song, and musically, very much the same as well. Towards the end of the song though, we get some wild keyboards being overworked, bringing in a 1980s space age vibe to the song. Next is Long Cold Nights. We get another Time-esque groove as Tamara reminisces about the good times of a now broken relationship. And finally on this song, Tamara opens up vocally, really showing off her power. We close out with Lonely Heart Reprise. This is simply the song Lonely Heart fading back in, but with some really technical guitar work being mixed in this time, before the song essentially fades away. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. This album is awesome, but unfortunately, their follow-up album, Blueberry Gossip, released in 1988, didn't keep the charge going, as the album failed to chart, as well as the singles released from it as well. And because of this, it led to the band breaking up. Tamara changed her name back to Margie Cox and started performing with Dr. Mambo's Combo again, which led to her meeting Prince. Prince and Margie recorded an album together credited to Flash, sometimes MC Flash, which was never released. I did a video for this canceled project, and I will have a link to that video at the end of this one. Because on that project, you get to hear how truly powerful of a singer Margie actually is. But Margie would continue to work with Prince after that canceled project, as she was featured on the MPG Records compilation 1-800-NEW-FUNK, released in 1994. But eventually Margie came to the conclusion that her solo album with Prince was just never going to happen. Margie returned to Dr. Mambo's Combo once again, performing continuously with the band at bunkers in Minneapolis to this very day. Although in 2002, she did release her own solo album titled Margie's Little Demo. Thank you for joining me on this episode. Please like and share this video, and if you wouldn't mind, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. Down in the description below, you can find all the other links in social media where you can find me, and I will see you on the next episode as I start going through more of Prince's obscure releases. So until that next episode, I wish you heaven.